I'm Chad Finn filling in for Kevin Paul DuPont, and this is Globe 10.0, joined by Amalie Benjamin. Well, Amalie, Claude Julien's been a bit stubborn, you might say, in making line changes over the course of his Bruins coaching career. Sometimes I feel like he would have entirely third liners out there if he could, maybe even a few fourth liners. But with Bergeron, Marchand, and Tyler Seguin, the second line struggling, should he switch things up? The name you hear, of course, is Jaromir Jagr, pretty accomplished guy from what I understand. Should he juggle things for this Game 7?
You know, my first instinct is to answer this question by saying I'm not talking about the lines.
You've learned well.
Disciple of Claude Julien. But I think the answer is you can't do that for a Game 7.
Yeah.
It's just, you have too little time. You're not going to have fluidity among those lines if all of a sudden you change them up. I think this is maybe something that they could change for the next round. If there is a next round, it's something that maybe they should have addressed earlier. But this is not the right time.
No, maybe if they had been able to have a morning skate this morning, something like that, or a day off in between Game 6 and Game 7 where you can tinker with things, get a look for how they're working, and decide then, maybe that's the time to do it. But coming off Game 6, playing the next day with the issue they went with last night with the plane, stick with what you have. Seguin, Marchand, and Patrice Bergeron know each other well. They were key in winning a cup. They played great, of course, in that Game 7 in Vancouver 2 years ago. Stick with them, and just if you need to taser Seguin to get him going or whatever it has to be, Claude's motivational tactic, that's what you do, right? You don't mess with things right now.
I think that's correct. And then if you do have a second round, I think maybe that's the time to say, you know what, we haven't really figured out how to use Jaromir Jagr to his best ability. Maybe we can figure out that going forward.
Maybe that's what you do is you put him on you get a couple of power plays for once tonight or something like that, and that's how you get Jagr going. But at this point, Game 7, no break in between. Don't mess with things. Just hope that what you've done and what got you to this point works.